What's good, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy Ariel, and I'm back with another video for all my YouTube viewers. So, can the Kansas City Royals repeat? And yes, I understand it's a little bit too early because next season isn't even here yet, and the Royals just won a couple of days ago to win this year's World Series. But I've been thinking to myself lately because the Royals have some guys that are going to be free agents during this year's offseason. And I've been thinking about three the most over the last couple of days. And the three guys that have been on my mind are, number one, Johnny Cueto, number two, Ben Zobrist, and number three, Chris Young. I honestly don't believe the Royals have that kind of money to sign all three. It'll surprise me if they actually end up signing two, because we all know that Johnny Cueto is going to cost a lot of money. Johnny Cueto is an ace caliber type of pitcher. He's not, your ordinary number 3, number 4, number 5 starter. No, he's a number 1, maybe a 2, but he's definitely a number 1 on most teams. And guys like Chris Young and Ben Zobrist, those guys played a huge factor in this year's Kansas City Royals and helping them win this year's World Series. But I want to go over the numbers that these guys actually put up while playing for the Kansas City Royals. And as I said, number one is Johnny Cueto. Johnny Cueto, as we all know, played for the majority of the first half of the entire season. He played for the Cincinnati Reds, and then he got traded to the Kansas City Royals. Now, his numbers on the Kansas City Royals aren't good whatsoever. He won 4 games. He lost 7 times. He had a 4.76 ERA. So that means Johnny Cueto was giving up nearly 5 runs each of his starts while he was playing for the Kansas City Royals. And that was only within 13 games. So it makes me wonder, should the Kansas City Royals cough up a huge amount of money for perhaps, quite a few years? Because I doubt Johnny Cueto isn't looking for, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I think Johnny Cueto is looking for 5 years plus. So can the Kansas City Royals, and are they willing to give Johnny Cueto the contract that he's looking for? I don't think so, because if the Royals end up giving Johnny Cueto the money that he's asking for and the years that he's asking for, that is going to prevent him from being able to sign guys like Chris Young, guys like Ben Zobrist, and I think there's a couple of other guys that I've overheard that are going to be free agents as well. Guys from the bullpen, I believe Ryan Madson and somebody else as well, but I don't want to get into that. But as I said, are the Royals, and will they end up giving Johnny Cueto the money that he wants? I don't think so. Well, what do you think? And on to Chris Young. Chris Young had some pretty decent numbers this season for the Royals. He went 11-6 with a 3.06 ERA. I'm not sure if many of you know, but Chris Young did not start for most of his games this season for the Royals. I believe he pitched half of his games in the bullpen, and he pitched half of his games as a starting pitcher. But overall, 11-6, 3.06 for a pitcher is pretty good numbers. So I think the Royals have a better chance, and I think they end up signing Chris Young again for next season. I'm not sure if they're going to give him, 2, 3 years, 4 years, because I believe Chris Young is 36 years old. So you don't want to give too many years to a guy that's already 36 years old, not knowing what he's capable of doing for you next season. But he pitched pretty good during the playoffs, so let's see what the Royals end up doing with Chris Young. I believe they sign him again, but who knows. And last but not least, Ben Zobrist. Ben Zobrist played 59 games for the Kansas City Royals this season. The Royals actually got Ben Zobrist through a trade, just like they got Johnny Cueto. And he batted .284. He had 7 home runs, 23 RBIs, and he had 66 hits. Those aren't pretty bad numbers. .284 average is okay. The 7 home runs, I mean, he's not a power hitter, but you respect what he does while playing second base. 23 runs and 66 hits. So What do you guys think? Do you think the Royals end up signing Johnny Cueto, Chris Young, and Ben Zobrist, which I highly doubt? I think there's like a 99% chance that the Royals do not sign all three guys. I honestly think that the Royals have a better chance of signing both Chris Young and Ben Zobrist and letting Johnny Cueto walk. And if they do end up signing Johnny Cueto, as I said before, they're not going to sign Chris Young or Ben Zobrist because Johnny Cueto cost a lot of money. And I think Johnny Cueto is trying to cash out. I mean, we all know that. He's not a dummy. I mean, I'm sure he's looking for the big bucks. And hey, he deserves it, you know. But comment below, what do you guys think? Let me know. I love to hear from you guys. I enjoy it when you guys give me your feedback. But let's see what the Kansas City Royals roster is going to look like for the 2016 season. As I always say, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more of my YouTube videos. It's your boy Ariel, and let's see what the champs are going to do.